Hey, I just wanted to do a quick video. I'm gonna go ahead and do some hell modes while I talk here. Maybe the game will grace me with some good luck. Maybe it won't. It's a gamble. We'll see. But what I wanted to talk about today was that I actually have so many Humble Bundle codes that I just have from random bundles that I bought for one thing. I wanted to give those out to you guys on Saturday. Because I know my content has not been too interesting lately, just mainly due to my mental state, my lack of motivation. There's just been a lot that's kind of prevented me from wanting to do anything too crazy, so I wanted to make it up to you guys, and I have all those codes and I'm not going to use them, so it's better in the hands of someone who will actually take them. So if I'll probably just put out a list during the stream, but for now it's going to be Saturday at 5 PM Pacific Standard Time. Let me turn the music back on. I'll just do like 5 runs here. I'm actually getting to the point where I have decent gears, and I've been idling on this game so much because of trying to get the 200-hour prize, which is a quest legendary box, which normally takes like almost a month to farm, even if you do it in the most optimal way, so it's worth it. It's worth it to leave it on at night and stuff like that. I think at the time of recording I have like 50 more hours of idling, so by the end of this week I should be able to have that done and actually play something else. I'll show off the updates to my gear after this. I have to say, this class is pretty good for hell modes because the second awakening will pretty much instantly will catch everything as long as you hit the first slash. The rest is all autopilot. Pretty much like a fighting game super. You know, the canned animation. As long as you hit the first one, it will initiate the cool animation. So I've had a pretty easy time with him in hell mode, but his gear is actually pretty good considering the character's barely been out for a few weeks. It's not like the best it could be, but some people have gotten lucky with, you know, epic pots and stuff, like they saved up their 100 floor clear rewards to get a bunch of Lancer pots and get in broken gear like right away, but I didn't have the foresight to do that, so I had to do it the old-fashioned way. Wow, I actually survived. But in terms of what's been going on, I've just got a lot of built-up stress. I've had a really rough year, and I think going on the vacation will really help. And like I mentioned before, oh man, I gotta do this stupid goblin pad crap. I hate this. It's gonna keep nagging me until I do it. But I think going on the vacation will really help me. Now, one of the roommates at the place I'll be staying, apparently he upgraded his computer, so before his computer was pretty much identical to what I have right now. He had like I think he had a GTX 950 or something. I think he had a little more RAM than I do. I had to drop a RAM slot when I upgraded my build because the new motherboard does not have an extra RAM slot, so I'll have to when I have some cash, I'm probably going to upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. I do have a problem with, you know, Chrome is like a memory vampire. It takes up so much memory. It's nice to have a little extra RAM. But basically, the way it works when I stay at their place is it works a normal 9-to-5 job. So when he's not there, I have free reign of the computer. You know, I can upload videos, I can play Steam games and stuff like that. But being in Northern California, Comcast has a monopoly. So the upload speed that they have is not that great. Kind of odd how I had such bad internet just a couple years ago, and now my internet is better than theirs by a long shot. They're prone to throttling. Also, everyone who lives there is a gamer to some extent. So I can't really be hogging the bandwidth all the time. So it might be like last time I was on vacation at the same place where I could not upload as much as I wanted to. Like I tried streaming a couple times, and you know, the other roommates were like, "Why is the internet going so slow?" It really sucks how Comcast has such a gigantic monopoly in America, at least in California. Like up in NorCal, like that's like the only option. I'm actually blessed with good internet here. But it will be fun to go whenever there's nothing going on. I'll still be uploading. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I need some time to de-stress and unwind and stuff like that. I still have not heard back from PlayAsia. That's been a big source of my anxiety too. Like, I don't know if I got the full partnership or not. Alright, I'll do like 3 more. But from what I understand, they closed the partnership program completely. Like, they're so backed up that they had to close it. I don't know if it's temporary or permanent, but all I know is that I got my foot in the door since they funded Yukimura Den. I just don't know, you know, if they've had the chance to even look at the content I made. I made as many guides as I could for that game, considering how light on content it was. I do want to go back and do a Heavenly Wings guide at some point, but I don't know when that will happen. Ideally before I leave for vacation. So I don't know if the content I made was up to their standards or not. And that's been a big source of my anxiety, because I would like to take more risks with the games that I cover and stuff like that. Not really outside of the genres that I normally cover, but just some of the stuff like the imports and things like that. You know, there's lots that I would like to do, but I just don't make enough doing this to really warrant doing that just yet. It'd be awesome, but at the same time I'm not holding my breath. Apparently, I don't know if it's this lance or NPC, but there's another one that drops the bamboo lance, and you can only get it from him. Not only do you have to deal with the horrendous RNG in this to begin with, that NPC has to spawn, and then if an epic drops, it has to be that exact one. I can't comprehend how people play this game like that hardcore. Like, I honestly don't even care about the raid, because this game has such bad netcode. Like, you know, you can have like parties with people. You could probably play another game like Street Fighter or Guilty Gear or something just fine, or with minimal difficulty. And you play this and people are teleporting around, the monsters are invincible. If you're a grab-centric class, like the Grappler, or any class that has a grab, like your grabs just don't go kind of phase through the enemy. Like, the PvP on this, as awesome as it is probably the most fun I've ever had playing PvP in any online MMO. It's broken by the fact that the netcode is not really designed for, you know, being on a global scale. Obviously, this is a Korean game, which is one of the countries that has the best internet in the world, so it just doesn't work, unfortunately. I really don't care about the raid. Even if I had good gear, I don't know if I'd care, simply because the lagging would probably drive me up the wall. I've been buying a lot of lion runs to try to get some legendaries, and oh wow, there's an epic. And I've had a couple where the game has just crashed or it's so laggy that someone has to rage quit. It happens way too often. What is this that I got? Oh wow, that's actually really good. And it's usable too. So you get a pretty fat attack, casting, and crit bonus. And you get damage depending on how much HP you have. The problem is that this would conflict with this necklace which I'm using. I guess I could get another piece of the Quest Legendary set, which would take like 20 days, so I don't know when I'll do that. I could use this though, so I think that I'm going to stop there. The game's probably not going to oblige any more than that today. But that's what's going on. You can come by on Saturday at 5 PM Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what I'll be playing. As you can see here, I've got like another 50 hours of idling. 49 hours and a half at this point I need to do to get this last Quest Legendary box for the Honey Time. And after that, I'm probably going to be taking a break from this, aside from dailies, which takes like maybe like 20-30 minutes tops, at least just for this one character. I don't really care about gearing anyone else up in this game right now beyond what they already have, because it's ridiculous to gear up even one character in this game, let alone several. So at that point, I will be playing other stuff. I did buy Basara 4 Sumeragi. I'm going to attempt to find somebody who can maybe convert my save to the PS4 version. If not, I will start over, since I didn't really get to experience the changes. I played vanilla Basara 4 for like, it had to be around 100 hours. So I went through the Sumeragi content really fast. I think maybe playing it from scratch with all the quality of life changes that they did might be fun. So that'll be something that I probably do when I'm on vacation, because I will not have many more funds for games next month. And there's nothing really coming out that I'm terribly interested in right now, and if it is, it's a Japanese import, which I'd rather not invest money in at the moment, because I might still get the full PlayAsia partnership, and that would, you know, I'd be able to get at least one game a month from them. There is some things I'm interested in. I'm interested in Fate Extella. The gameplay for that actually looks pretty solid, but like I said, I'm not gonna drop the 8,000 yen or whatever they're charging for it if I can get the PlayAsia partnership. I need to wait until I get a definitive answer back from them before I invest in any more imports, because I could easily put that money into other stuff. I also will be looking into, or rather, I actually pretty much sealed a deal on a really nice Avermedia C027 capture card, an internal capture card. Right now I'm using my friend's, and I don't know, that capture card has been finicky. It does not like the current setup that I have. The only thing that I changed in this build was the motherboard, and it doesn't like it. Like, I can't run the PS4 at 1080p. I have to knock it down to 720p for the capture card to pick it up at all. Plus, it's not my capture card. I know he has since upgraded his gear, but I don't really feel right depending on that. So that's going to be an exciting thing that I get. He said that he's going to sell it to me for 50 bucks, so I won't need to do any kinds of drive for that or anything. I'll probably use the ad revenue and the Patreon money to fund that pretty much entirely. So you can come by on Saturday. I apologize. I did put out a pretty nice guide yesterday, but I've just had a really low motivation, high stress, and high anxiety, and I do need to watch that, so I haven't wanted to do anything too crazy. But I do have some unfinished business on Yukimura Den. I want to get out the Heavenly Wings guide. It's like the last bit of content there is to explain in that, really. I already did the personal items, I did the style system. Pretty much everything else has been covered by Raindrop's blog, so I'd like to get that out. I don't know when. No promises. You know, I'll get it out when I can, when I'm stable and happy enough to talk for that long. But yeah, you come by on Saturday. I don't know what I'll be playing. Hopefully I'll be done with the idling on this. I do need to work on PSO2 throughout the week to get those Daggers of Seraphi to 60 elements. So, that'll probably what I'll do, since I didn't get around to doing that today, and the next time it'll be available is Saturday if I do it tomorrow. So that's probably what I'll be doing. Otherwise, I'll switch to some God Eater. Anyway, catch you guys later. Peace. And thanks to everyone for sticking around and offering support through the comments. I am fine. Like I said, they had a blood test and I was okay, so I just need to chill out. I see my behavioral health doctor on the 30th, so 9 days from the time you see this. And I'll be telling him what's going on. Maybe I can just go on something short term and just kind of get through this rough spot, but going to the vacation, you know, going to see my friends will help too. So I think things will look up. You can come by. I think I have like, it's got to be at least like 20 codes or something in there that I can share with you guys. There's a couple that I want to keep for myself, so it might be a little less than that, but regardless, there's going to be a bunch of stuff, so you can come by. If you're not able to make it, as usual, I will just give out the excess codes later on. Catch you guys later. Peace.